Good day. My name is Kelvin Tay, Principal, Singapore International School, Hong Kong. First, I'd like to thank the Asian Society Hong Kong for allowing me to share with you on this segment on Singapore around Asia in 80 days. Let me share with you about the school. Singapore International School, Hong Kong was established in 1991. And we have students from all over the world and focusing largely on the Singapore's curriculum. So I'm sure by now you will probably know about Singapore, and Singapore is like Hong Kong, is a global city, and we embrace everyone regardless of your race, culture, and religion. Singapore International School curriculum is largely based on Singapore's curriculum, especially in the early years from primary school up to lower secondary levels. We are an international school largely because we cater to the international exam and we are outside of Singapore. Singapore International School Hong Kong is the only school that's supported by the Ministry of Education, Singapore. This is a two-train school, meaning our children can join us as early as the preparatory years, and they would proceed on in their education with us until pre-university level. This would mean that our children can stay in the school for about 14 years. This is largely our learning structure, whereby we have the preparatory years, the primary school curriculum, which is following the Singapore national curriculum. For the lower secondary curriculum, it is also a Singapore curriculum. As we move on to the upper secondary and the pre-university, we would use the international exams, largely Cambridge IGCSE and the IB diploma program. As a school, we respect the dignity and the worth of all our students under our care. We believe that every child is able to achieve his or her full potential in our school environment. And we expect every child to be respectful, responsible, and to rise to the challenges of life. Our school is anchored by a very strong character and global citizenship education. These are our school values. We believe that the teaching of values and character is very important to bring out the best in every child, because we want every child to be a good and useful citizen of tomorrow. Besides learning the values, we want our children to have this joy in learning. So we want to ignite that joy of learning through our curriculum. At the same time, as they progress on, we want to strengthen and deepen their skills and ability, because each child is different. Each has its own gifts and strength, and we want to bring up the best in them. As they journey with us, we want to develop this entrepreneurial dare in them. Largely, we want them to be inquisitive, imaginative, and seeing that learning is interconnected. And this is important because we want to prepare our students for an innovation-driven, globalized world. And rightfully, and this is what the Singapore education is about. It's about student-centric, values-driven, and holistic education. Besides being a school, we want to build a family. A school is just an empty building. It is the people that make the school what it is. And in the family, we talk about the 5C here. Largely, we want to show care and concern for one another, whether they are our students or our colleagues in the school. We are committed to provide quality education for our children. In every family, communication is very important. Whenever there is a miscommunication, this may result in discord and unhappiness, and we need to minimize that. Likewise, to strengthen a family, courtesy and collaboration. So these are also the ideals that we want in our families, largely to engage with our parents, because we feel that parents are also important stakeholder in our family. Choosing a school. I know that many of us may be staying in Hong Kong and we may return to our homeland one day. So therefore, it is important for parents to find a school with a similar curriculum back home, because this would enable your child to transit back home easily. So it is important that we understand the school philosophy, its purpose, values, and culture, because that is something that we hold dearly when we choose a school. For me, having a school near home is very important because that minimizes traveling time for your child, and it also enables your child to get home quite early. For parents who want to get to know a school, it is good also not only to go to the website, but to visit the school, talk to the people in that school, the students, and the various stakeholders, because that will give you a better insight about the school. I thank you in listening this, and I hope you have a better idea about Singapore International School Hong Kong. And I welcome you to the school as and when you happen to be near us. Take care and keep well.